Welcome to the Purpose Pro podcast. If you love learning simple, effective ways to lead yourself and others well, this is the podcast for you.
And if you don't, then what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, how did you get here? Either way, you're going to enjoy this slice. We have the one and only Minister of Culture, Aaron Alba, with us.
Oh, hello.
That just means he's younger and he has a little more in touch with the world these days.
You're welcome.
I'm starting to feel very old, Joe.
Yep.
So,
You know, this is. I know it's a podcast. We do have a YouTube channel, which is like a junk drawer, and we are filming this. So if you actually are watching us, and you're noticing our guest here, Aaron, our creative director, look like he just rolled out of bed and got thrown on camera, it's because he likely did.
That's exactly what happened.
You know?
How did you know?
So
one of the trends right now is to look homeless.
Yeah.
Like to spend a whole
is that
lot
what
of
it is?
time
Yeah.
looking like you spent no time getting ready.
So our creative director here is actually being trendy by wearing clothes that look like they came from Goodwill and a hat he found on the street on the way here. Do you even fish, bro? You've got a fish on your hat.
No, I save. It says save the dolphins. I'm anti-fishing.
All right.
All right.
What's
So
trending?
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to tackle some trends. We're going to look at the state of culture, and we're going to do that by putting you to the test. So if you're watching this and you're just like, I have no idea if I'm even real. I don't even know how I got on this YouTube thing. They'll be able to watch how you respond and then gauge where they're at with trends in culture.
But why are we going to say them to Joe, Zach, specifically?
Well, because I told you I was feeling old.
Yeah.
One of the ways that I feel better about myself is I just say I'm not as old as Joe.
Not as old as
Okay.
Joe.
This is going to
Here
be
we
bad. I mean, yes, I've worked with the younger generations for like 2 decades now. And now that I'm in my 40s, you would think I know some of this stuff that you're about to ask me,
You don't?
but I'm pretty sure I'm going to fail this test.
All right, let's just set a real low bar. We're going to start with some terms like sus.
Oh, suspect. That's like
Yeah.
suspicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suspicious?
Because I use that in a sentence. I don't know. That guy looks sus to me.
Yeah, it got popularized from an app or a game that's been around for a few years, but got big recently called Among Us, where a bunch of little like people running around a ship, and then people keep
Is
getting.
that where it came from?
Yeah, so in like the chat, when one person dies and they're trying to figure out who it is,
Sus.
someone goes red sus, blue sus, saying
Okay.
like
Yeah,
they
there
might
you go.
have
Now
gotten
you
in
know.
trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cap.
Yeah. Like, bust a cap in somebody? Yeah? Is that it? Is
Changed
it?
a little bit?
Has it been repurposed?
No.
It's not a cap on your head.
So, like, let's say, Joe thinks he's good at
Like
soccer.
a condom?
No.
Oh, okay. okay.
So Joe thinks he's good at soccer, and he would say, like, hey, me and Ronaldo played 1-on-1, and I beat him a few weeks ago.
Cap.
Cap. Like, that's
You're
that's
lying.
not true. Like, you're lying.
Oh, wait. CAP?
CAP.
Cap.
So
Yeah.
like no cap is like no BS, 100% honest.
Yeah.
No cap.
All right. That's
and
dumb.
you can text
All right,
the
I got
little
it.
blue cap emoji to kind of just say it without saying it.
All of your different definitions for the word cap show me the power of language and how important it is for us to understand what words mean now
Yep.
versus then.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, Stan.
Stan. Okay. Like
A noun.
a noun. Okay. Like the kid from It. Stan. Okay. All right. Stan. Dude, I'm trying to.
like, I stan Demi Lovato.
Yeah. Give me a.
Yeah,
Is that,
I'm a Demi Lovato stan.
like a fan?
Like a stalker fan.
Yeah.
You
A
remember
Stalker
Eminem?
fan. So not just a fan, like a very unhealthy fan.
Yeah.
Like, crazy big fan.
Like you
Yeah.
would be a stan of what?
Billy Bean.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, fair.
Ted Lasso.
I'm a stan of Ted Lasso, yeah.
But remember the Eminem song Stan?
That's different.
It's kind of the same.
It's
Oh.
similar.
It's just come back. It's like
Yeah.
a reemergence.
Next.
All right.
Slaps.
This isn't sexual, is it?
Nope.
Okay,
Not
slaps.
until you said
slaps. Slaps. That's like a high five. Like, congrats, man. Like, way to go. Like, yeah, man, give me some slaps.
I think we should make that a thing.
Well,
I really like that.
Slaps. Well, funny enough.
But you don't want to confuse it with the actual definitions.
Not at all. Slaps refers to like this is good or this is really awesome. And one of my friends said that some terms in like the Bay Area or that term in the Bay Area is referred to like only music. So when people use it outside of music, like which is just a colloquial usage of slaps, it's kind of like this is just awesome. But so different groups use slaps for certain subjects. It just means like this is cool, this is awesome, this is great.
That song slaps.
Okay.
All right. What about fetch?
Whoa, what?
Ooh.
You lost me there. Huh?
Is that real? You just threw that in.
That was just a
that
Mean
just
Girls-
really literally means
That
go
is just a
fetch
Mean
something.
Girls
Go,
reference.
Yeah.
okay.
It's never going to be a thing.
Okay, go.
Not a thing.
Next.
All right. Show him the ice in the veins.
Oh,
If you see your kids around the house doing this,
Okay, it looked like you just touched your bicep, or just trying to show the vein in your bicep.
yeah. So I think it was an NBA player, maybe D'Angelo Russell. You can correct me if I'm wrong. That's like a saying, like ice in the veins, which is
Okay.
a term
Ice
that's been
cold.
around for a long time, but it got popular recently. And I saw people post about it, like this is the first time it's ever been used. And I was like, I don't think that's true, but it just means like ice in the veins, like you're cold.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right, got it.
all right,
Noted.
sheesh. Anything AF.
Oh, that's a bad word though.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
just checking. If you see it,
Yeah,
ground your
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
It's a good term, but a bad word.
Yeah, we're not gonna say that here in this
No,
podcast.
No.
Yep.
All right. Hey, let's jump into like some current cultural trends.
Yeah.
So we'll throw out a term, and I just want your initial reaction to it. Okay?
Oh, is this still on me? Ugh, okay.
Yeah.
Go.
Tesla Cyberbot.
Something that's gonna fail and get somebody killed.
Can you speak on that really quick? What that is?
We've seen the movie. They developed a bot that kind of looks like the stormtrooper back here.
Yeah, it's like 5 feet tall. It can run.
Okay.
Like
So like iRobot
Yeah.
with Will Smith. We saw this movie.
literally.
It ends badly. They try to take over the world. We almost die.
yeah,
It
And
can
then
only run like 10 miles per hour, though, so I have a little bit of confidence knowing I can still outrun them
it's
for
faster than me.
Okay.
now. Yeah.
Oh,
NFTs.
Non-fungible tokens.
Yes,
It is.
yes.
Boom.
That was the softball.
Boom.
Do you own any NFTs?
No, don't do it. That's ridiculous. The whole thing's stupid.
All right.
I disagree, but
Let's talk about the creator economy, like the rise of YouTube. You're starting to see, Jake Paul, Logan Paul out in the limelight. You can be an entrepreneur. There's more entrepreneurs now than ever in the past.
Mhm.
So we're going to throw out a creator economy term.
Okay.
yeah.
Mukbang.
Yep.
Mukbang. That's like, is that like someone who like defeats the odds?
If the odds were food and defeating was eating, then yes. It's a popular like YouTube trend of watching people eat food. And so in some ways it's just kind of like a communal thing. It seems like a very relaxing thing and people trying food all around the place. But then you can kind of bleed into something called ASMR. Have you heard of that?
We got to back the needle up a minute. When has watching someone eat food ever been fun
for years
or relaxing?
It's been exploding on YouTube recently.
Yeah, YouTube's a weird place, right? Where you can watch other people open toys
Yep.
and watch other people eat food.
Yeah. So mukbangs are like watching someone in like Korea try this new ramen spot. And then that could just be him talking about it at like a regular voice level. But ASMR, which stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, is like tingles in the back of your neck when you're like whispering into the camera and you're like that. And that's been popular. And so some people are eating like into a mic and people listen to it while they go to sleep.
Now, I've broken up
Are you
with
kidding
girls
me?
That
That
who
is
are
the-
eating too
that's like-
loud. I'm not listening to that.
How can you that's one of those, man, she's perfect in every way, but she can't eat with her mouth closed. Like she always has her mouth, she smacks when she eats. Dude, hard pass. That's a no.
Yeah, I don't not have manners. This is ASMR. Enjoy it, okay?
Yeah, I also hate it. What?
Karens, you know what Karens are?
I don't have a good definition for a Karen. Like just
Does a person come
like
to
it's
mind?
kind of like a tool.
Like a Chad, but
But-
female Chad. Yeah,
Like
A tool?
middle-aged woman who like her side parts like this and she's like, I want to talk to the manager, or like they just complain, or that popular Karen who
Okay.
like called the cops about nothing, about like
you see
people
her
in the
raging
parking
in
lot.
Walmart lanes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a tool is now a Chad.
So if you get called a Karen, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Totally.
If you get called a Chad, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep
Hey,
going.
so Mukbang, you talked about Korea.
Yeah.
What do you think about like the South Korean takeover? So you got K-pop.
Oh yeah, that's like Korean NSYNC.
Yeah. It
Okay.
started with like NSYNC and the boy bands.
Yep.
And now 20 years later, you have like 15 member boy bands
Yeah.
that crank out some really good music.
They
Okay.
do. A lot of ethical concerns there. It's for a different podcast. But so there's just boy bands that are exploding all over the world. And like, it's just a group of guys there's like some groups that have like 20 people in them. It's insane.
And so, yeah, they've taken over middle school and high school with K-pop, but they're starting even younger and brainwashing kids through Cocomelon. Have you seen Cocomelon?
Yeah, like if I heard the song, I would recognize it, but I don't have young kids, so it's not brainwashing me, but
Right.
it's brainwashing somebody.
Me. I'm the one that's being brainwashed every day.
All right. Hey, let's see. Okay, let's talk about the blending between physical and the digital world.
Yeah.
Okay, so one, Wall Street Bets. Reddit. Have you ever been on Reddit? Front page of the internet.
Been on Reddit, so it's a lot of people who know nothing have come together to create a living encyclopedia that's mainly not true. But occasionally you'll find nuggets of golden wisdom.
There's probably some gold somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It's the best and the worst of the internet.
Yep.
So they created the channel Wall Street Bets,
Mhm.
and they don't give out financial advice.
They don't.
But everybody was
Definitely.
following it as financial advice, and you see the blow up of meme stocks.
Yes.
Would you buy GameStop?
No way.
BlackBerry?
No way.
Don't make that mistake.
But so you're someone who understands the traditional sense of how to trade and how to like traverse the stock market.
Or
correct?
how to have some business sense.
So
Don't
this
buy
is-
anything
yes.
that's dying and doesn't have a resurrection plan.
But that was the
No.
resurrection plan, was a group of a digital community saying, let's all do this together and blow it up. And you saw overnight people were like on Facebook, on Instagram, putting out videos like, buy this, and it
Yeah.
exploded. And then like any other trend, it pops.
That wasn't the company's resurrection plan. That was the people
right?
rising together
Power
to
the
say,
people.
let's go after all the people who are shorting this stock. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's part of being in America, right?
Rallying against the man.
Rallying against the
Starts
system.
online, but it has
Yep.
physical implications. I mean, Robinhood. The cool thing is, I mean, it's kind of like creator economy where now you have more opportunity. Anybody can be an investor.
Yeah.
Just do it in
Yep.
a wise way.
Yep. Amen.
Let's see. We can talk about the rise and fall of Clubhouse. Were you on there?
I was on Clubhouse for a little bit. Is it dead already?
I mean,
I built a
Fa-
portfolio. I was really mad. I was excited about my profile. It looked really
Facebook's
cool.
starting their own, so
Oh yeah, then
Yeah.
that was only a matter of time.
not a big enough moat to protect them.
Nope.
Fortnite. Your kids play Fortnite.
Not so much anymore. It's all COD.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
What's COD?
Yeah.
Fish.
The fish.
No, man. Call of
Oh,
Duty.
it's like we
Call of
planned
Duty.
that.
You guys got
But
it wrong.
the cool thing with Fortnite is you see that it's not just a group of kids playing a game. It's turned into marketing efforts for huge artists, like people like Travis Scott and Marshmello. One of some of the biggest artists in the world literally debuted and performed concerts that were virtual inside the game, that the entire millions of players at the same time that are online, their game stopped and a concert took over, and you're like flying through like space and you're hearing all this music and they're debuting songs. And so it turned into, hey, how can we get fans? We make 12-year-olds fall in love with our music and they're lifelong fans. So it's just, you see so many different artists and companies that are traversing into this digital world, this video game world.
Yeah. So if you're a business person who wants to make money by brainwashing kids, listen to this episode. There's some great opportunities here.
Jake Paul, yeah.
One, shout out. So I got into the NFT game and started playing around after Gary Vee talked about it. He talked about like spiritual gifts last time, and I'm like, that dude's a prophet. I think he sees the future of business, and if he's vouching for NFTs as passionately, he's like an NFT evangelist, then I at least want to check it out.
Can you explain what that is really quick in like 20 seconds to
It's
anyone that doesn't
A
understand?
non-fungible token. That just means that you can track that token. It's all blockchain technology, which is on the Ethereum network. It's
Yeah.
basically related to crypto and cryptocurrency. So artwork that has a unique code that's tied directly to me as its owner.
Totally. So in layman's terms, because Zach's smarter than all of us, the Mona Lisa, you've seen pictures of it online. You've like drawn it in games like a Pictionary, but there's only one original painting. So NFTs is owning like the property to the original Mona Lisa if you were to buy it. So people are releasing artwork, people are releasing songs, people are releasing like tokens that you literally own the original thing for. Like someone sold memes, the original memes on someone's computer that someone made. They're selling it for millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot. There's a lot of money in NFTs right now. The cool thing is they're starting to expand into like, how do we actually make these useful? Like, the idea of utility. And so like Gary Vee, if you buy one of his V friends, he'll either send you gifts or he'll let you into his conference or whatever. It's something you could use for all sorts of different ways. But all that to say, like, I started playing around with it and I've made a little bit of money off of it already. But it introduced me to Discord, which is kind of this online community platform. Think like AOL chat rooms way back when. And if
or
you're not
Slack.
using
or Slack, but
or,
like
Slack
huger.
nowadays.
Yeah.
But you can make one for anything. It's just a little more accessible. And they have communities for everything. So I joined this Discord. I'm a part of this NFT group. They're creating utility. They've bought this property in Decentraland, which is, I mean, you've seen Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Okay, imagine Ready Player One when they go into the Oasis.
Okay.
And you can own properties in the Oasis.
Yep.
So I can go to their property in Decentraland, and I can go and they watch movies together. There's like a movie screen, and you click on it, and it'll take over my computer screen, and then we're all watching it together, but apart.
Yeah, so decentralized online communities, which is everything's overlapping in cryptocurrency, NFTs, the digital world, digital communities.
The future of the internet.
Yep, it's Ready Player One literally coming to life. If you've seen Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds, great movie. If you haven't seen it, but all of that is just like an extension of like our lives are uploading to the internet.
I would argue that Ryan Reynolds and great movie don't go together.
Oh, disrespectful. Now you're going to say Green Lantern wasn't a great movie?
No, that was a classic.
It just came to Disney Plus, and I was really tempted to watch it.
No.
Yeah. All right. So there's, I mean, a lot of trends there.
Are
Do you
we
have any questions, Joe?
Well, no, I don't have any questions, but after going through all this and hearing, thank you for the update, gentlemen.
You're
I mean,
welcome.
you guys
You're
are, Mr. and Mrs. Pop Culture, and you can figure out which one of you is Mrs. But I feel like I'm moderately depressed.
Also a trend.
I don't think I'm excited. I think I'm depressed.
Why is that?
Because it's like you get a glance at where the future's going, and it sounds like more isolation, not connectedness. It's more individualism and no authentic relationships, and I think that's the part that's got us where we are today with anxiety, depression, and all this social, kind of illness mental illness on the rise.
I think it's the best and worst of us. Like, it could be fake community, right? Like, we could lack authentic. We spend more time together, and we have access to more people than we ever had in all of history, but we're more depressed. And so I think as a business person, as a leader, as an influencer, you have to just think, like anything, these are tools or resources that I can steward for good. How can I use these to supplement whatever my mission or vision is? And so instead of just like a church meeting on a Sunday morning, how can I use Discord to build community throughout the week when people are away? Or how can I add an NFT to my conference to create even more value? And it's something that people can go forward with and talk about, I went to VFriends like year one, that conference, and they would forever know because it's on the blockchain in my wallet.
Yeah, I think these trends are alive, and one of my favorite things I've heard from people is culture is a byproduct of community. You can't avoid creating culture if people are around each other enough. So if this is a part of the culture that's happening, like you look at like biking groups, 100 people on a Saturday morning, you try not to hit when you're driving down the road.
Leather pants or spandex?
Spandex. Okay. You could look at 100 of those groups, and 20 of them could lack depth, but the other 80 might not. So just same thing as you have 100 online communities, half of them could lack depth, the other half could not. It all starts and ends with who's at the top and what like practices and rhythms are you setting for that community. So it's not like don't avoid these trends, but it's innovate them and shift the culture and change the culture. So I get excited because I go, wow, digital communities. Like you look at churches, they're opening digital campuses. They're hiring digital pastors, community organizing pastors online to steward a community of people who attend your church from 2 states away. So it's just leaning into it and say, hey, this might not be the most face-to-face, the most, look at COVID, well, like 70% of our communication is through body language. So if that's missing, then we need people to step into that, in that gap, and then draw people closer. So, I don't know.
Online community versus authentic community. That's a whole nother slice.
Right, that's a different topic. Okay, I'm in the know, and so is everybody else now.
No cap?
No cap. Slaps, guys.
Sheesh.
Slaps.
Thanks, guys.
All right.